With just 2 weeks to go to the Championship campaign kicks off, I'm going to bring you up to date with everything that's happening in the transfer market around the Championship, with a focus on the latest transfer speculation surrounding Southampton, the team that I support. We're going to cover that first in today's transfer show. Then we're going to have a look at a few of the movers in and around the Championship, the big stories, and there's some players coming into the Championship and a few leaving it as well, according to reports. There's a few done deals and there's a lot of speculation as well. The transfer window is definitely looking to step up in the next week or so as we build towards the kickoff of the Championship season, which is in 2 weeks' time. Can you believe it? We're going to kick off with Southampton. They have had interest in, reportedly, for a period of time, Jesram Radzaki. His name has been linked with Saints all summer long, and it's been reported over the last couple of days that he would prefer a move to Scotland, to Rangers, and Russell Martin and Rangers are the driving force behind a deal to take him to Ibrox this summer. However, they did have a loan bid rejected. There was a £10 million obligation to buy, and Radzaki doesn't look like he's going to Scotland at this moment in time. He's at Crystal Palace, but there was looked to be a 10 million obligation. That's put Rangers off by the looks of things. That deal looks to be on hold at the moment. Could Southampton go back in for him? That remains to be seen, but with a 10 million obligation, is that putting Southampton off? But it does look like he is going to have another loan move this summer. A player that Southampton are trying to move on is defender Armal Bella-Kotchap. He was reportedly on his way to Germany early on this week. He's not on Southampton's training camp in Girona. He got left behind, not in the plans of new manager Will Steele. And Southampton want a reported 10 million euros for him, and that has put off Hamburg, who were very interested in him, and also the player wages. So it looks like he will be looking for another club because they have pulled out of that deal to take him to Hamburg. Elsewhere across the Championship now, Norwich City, a club that are looking to strengthen this summer. They've been looking at Jeffrey Schlupp. He was on loan last season at Celtic. He's a free agent. This one's not done at the time of recording. It could well be by the time this video does come out. But he looks like he could potentially be on his way to Norwich City. Birmingham City, they featured here on the Football Martin channel this week with a full breakdown on what's been happening inside the Blues. They were very busy, actually, in the early part of the summer transfer window. That did slow over the last couple of weeks, but things have definitely looking to pick back up because Chris Davis and co are back in the market, because they are looking at a defender now with Aaron Cashin, who reportedly has undergone a medical. Cashin's a really good defender as well, and he's only 23 years old. He's had all of his football career so far in the EFL, and he has been playing at Derby County. A man that could be leaving the Championship is a player that I like a lot. Sheffield United's Gustavo Hamer. He is potentially on his way to Leeds United. Whether he's a Premier League player, I'm not quite sure, to be quite honest with you. Struggled a little bit last time round with Sheffield United, but it does look like Daniel Farke and Leeds United are very keen to take him to the Premier League. Elsewhere at Sheffield United, they have brought in Louis Barry. I don't know loads about Louis Barry, but he was at Stockport last season in League One, and they have took him in to Sheffield United with a loan. There's no option to buy, though. I did read there's no option to buy. A man that is leaving the Championship now is Walter Berger. He is the Stoke City defender. They have sold him and he has gone to Hoffenheim. There was talk of a 4 million euros fee. The deal is done, but they've not announced, Stoke City, how much he went for. Could have gone for a bit more, so they have raised some money there. A man going into Stoke City is Ashley Phillips. He's on loan from Spurs. He was with them last season, and he's gone there for another season. Good signing for them. Preston North End, they've been busy in the last couple of weeks. They're looking for goals, and they've signed Michael Smith. Contract was ripped up at Sheffield United. He's a target man. And I don't think he's going to be somebody that's going to start week in, week out for them. They are looking for goals. They didn't score enough goals last season. They've also brought a goalkeeper in at Preston North End as well. They brought in a number 2 by the looks of things, because Jack Walton, who was at Luton Town, has signed for them. He played back up, you would expect, to their number 1 next season, who will be Daniel Everson. Watford have now signed Chelsea defender Clone Wiley. A good signing for them. There was a lot of talk that he could potentially go to many championship clubs, but they have now signed the young defender. A man that could be in demand and still doesn't have a club is Jamal Lewis, arguably one of the most intriguing free agents on the market at this moment in time. 27 years old. He's had a lot of time in the Championship. There was rumours that Premier League clubs were looking at him as well. He's played over 100 games. Well, he's played actually dead on 100 games in the EFL Championship. Could he play his 101th this season? Because Middlesbrough, West Bromwich Albion are very keen on him. A player that could be leaving the Championship is Josh Sargent. I spoke about him a lot here on my channel. I'm a big fan of Josh Sargent. He was reportedly on his way to Germany. There was a fee of around £20 million for him. Doesn't look like he's left at this moment in time. He's still a Norwich City player, and there was also talk of Leeds United being quite keen on him. Ashley Young, at 40 years old, has signed for Ipswich Town. 40 years old, he's still playing. He's got a season contract with them. Be interesting to see what Ipswich Town fans think of this move. Get involved in the comments box below. And I'm finishing up today's transfer show focusing on a team that have been promoted to the Championship. Southampton's first opponents in the league this coming season. That is Wrexham. They've been fairly quiet up until now, where they've made 2 really good signings this week. They have brought in Josh Windass. His contract was ripped up, I believe, at Sheffield Wednesday. Well, it didn't expire. It was ripped up. He's 31 years old. A lot of issues with player wages at Sheffield Wednesday. We will catch up on that on the channel in the coming weeks. We will focus on Sheffield Wednesday. However, Wrexham have managed to get Josh Windass. He could have gone to a lot of Championship clubs, and you would have said that pretty much anybody would have probably took him other than one of the parachute payment sides. He's a good player, 31 years old, knows the division, will score goals. Probably not a player that's going to play week in, week out. They've already added Ryan Hardy early on in the summer. He'd be a good signing from Ryan Hardy. Scored goals in a struggling Plymouth side. And I think the 2 of them are very, very good signings for Wrexham. And they also have ex-Southampton player Jay Rodriguez on their books. A very good signing, like I said, for them, Ryan Hardy. I think he'd do a good job. And another good signing for them is Lewis O'Brien. They've signed him this week from Nottingham Forest. It's an undisclosed fee. It's a deal that runs to 27-28 season. 26-year-old has been linked with loads of Championship clubs. He had a really impressive time at Swansea City last season, and they really wanted to re-sign him, did Swansea. However, he has gone to Wrexham, and I think that is a brilliant bit of business for them. Southampton are also linked with him as well, so they're doing well. All of a sudden, Wrexham, with the money at their disposal, are really going to pick things up. They're super ambitious. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Championship, with these 3 promoted clubs, certainly with the 2 with serious backers, that you're going to see them as like top half Championship sides. I don't think without any shadow of a doubt. And you just see with Charlton as well. I will focus on them a little bit more in the coming weeks as well. You can just see with them as well, with Nathan Jones, and guarantee that they will pick up points, and you see them surviving as well. It is going to be such a good Championship campaign. It is going to be busy at the top end. It's going to be busy at the bottom end. Cannot wait to see what happens. It all kicks off in 2 weeks' time. I will continue to cover the Championship. Loads more here on the channel. Southampton, my team, are playing in it. We will keep an eye on everything else that's happening transfer-wise. Get involved in the comments box below. If you've seen a transfer that I've missed, I know there will be very, very many. But make sure you get involved in the comments box below. What has interested you the most?